Here's the brand new Leica TS20. We've been washing it down with jet hoses.
Seems a lot smaller to me.
The instrument doesn't know you did that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's true. We'll do soon. And the motors are actually capable of going significantly faster.
Oh my goodness.
There's a little bit the well to oyster.
Hello everybody, Burke Asay from the US and Canada Leica Geosystems product team, and I'm very excited about some new innovative technology we get to reveal today. I'm here with a couple of product experts, Russ from our local team and Richard Ostridge from the global team, and Richard was nice enough to bring this with him and have us give us a show.
Russ, you've not seen it yet.
I have not, but I'm ready, man.
You're excited? Yep, no, I'm excited. Let's not keep us waiting.
This.
All right, we won't make him wait any longer. Here's the brand new Leica TS20.
It's so shiny.
It is.
I just want to touch it. So it looks quite a bit different.
Well, Richard kind of told me about it a little bit. He said it was a whole new ground up build. Like it's nothing, everything is new on this.
New EDM, new ATR, new PowerSearch. Communications are new. The EDM's new. The telescope's new. The software is new. The operating system is new. Still running Leica Captivate, but the latest version of Leica Captivate version 10.
One of the cool things that you mentioned new motors. And that's the first thing
It's about the new motors.
That was the first thing that I noticed when we set it up and we started doing some robotic work. Well, you didn't notice it really.
I mean, that's the speed you used to the TS16 turning at. Happy to work at that speed. We've seen how good it is at lock. But with the TS20, we step it up a notch and go to this speed. And the motors are actually capable of going significantly faster.
Oh my goodness.
All the while, basically silent.
It's quiet.
So it's a little different from most robotic total stations that you've seen.
Yeah.
Okay. Other changes, I mean, the software, the home screen, that looks a little different from what you were used to before.
Absolutely.
So redesigned like a Captivate, trying to streamline the workflows through the system, make it a little easier, bring features to your fingertips.
I heard a word and I wasn't quite sure what it was, and it's NPU.
NPU, yeah. Neural processing unit. It's maybe not in that everyday terminology of surveyors, but maybe that's about to change.
It sounds like some sci-fi stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, so NPU, neural processing unit, it allows us to run AI onboard the instrument. So it's not about having to send data to the cloud, have it processed in the cloud and send back, even though, of course, that is lightning quick with modern technology. What we've done is we've actually put the neural processing unit in the instrument. Often surveyors go where infrastructure isn't, so they don't have internet. Or sometimes they might have privacy, security concerns about putting data in the cloud. Well, with the neural processing unit, the processing, the AI computations happen directly on board, which is, at the forefront of technology, and for sure it's the most compute efficient that you can be.
Awesome.
When we mentioned AI, Russ, maybe you're thinking like chat and question and answer AI, right? But for us, we're thinking a little bit more about AI enhanced, AI empowered routines inside the instrument.
So it sounds like talk to the instrument.
Yeah, you're not going to be talking to the instrument. No, there's no chat. But one of our aims is to reduce mistakes and to try and use this to help reduce mistakes. Now, you speak to a lot of surveyors. What's one of the more common mistakes that a surveyor would make?
Prism constants, probably. Yeah. So you're out doing a grip a topo. You're in a, high intensity situation. You got to turn angles to a new target. That's generally when you forget.
You might forget.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you know what this prism is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? So does the TS20. You know what this prism is?
You do.
So does the TS20. And honestly, even if you've never used one of these and you don't know what this one is, not a problem. Because the
we don't even know which one to pick from the list, that's for sure.
Yeah.
The TS2060, I don't know which one it is.
It'll prompt you and say, hey, that was a 360. You had it set to circular. Do you want me to change the prism? You say yes. So
that's one of the things. Yeah, that's one of the things that you never trust anything right out of the gate.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's get up there and you just I want to make sure that I can trust it myself. And that's the best part about that is the warning message.
Exactly.
You click on it, pops up and says, hey, it's not a 360, it's a circular. So you don't have to worry about that so much.
Yeah, exactly. You can let it earn your trust. That's fine.
Exactly.
Hey, you used it. What do you think?
Well, the big thing about it is that when you look through the scope and you take a measurement, it thinks like we do.
So AI detect, that's what we call the mode where it can detect what prism you're using. That's one of the AI features. the reason we brought in this MPU wasn't just for air detect. It was really to bring AI into all the components. We didn't just want to bolt MPU and an AI engine on top of an existing total station. We built everything from the ground up. So all the things you know about a Leica total station, such as PowerSearch, ATR, dynamic lock, they're all included, but they're all enhanced. So we really taught the instruments a lot through a lot of measurements taken all over the world. So we had our engineers take these instruments into challenging environments, especially that misty rain, which is one of the hardest environments to take measurements in. We spent a lot of time getting our engineers absolutely soaked to the bone, we say in England, taking measurements and really collecting data to actually teach the instrument how prism responds. Because in the past, if a signal back was too weak, we would somehow dismiss it as not a prism. Whereas now we're really able to directly use the AI to enhance ATR, which in turn allows us to enhance PowerSearch and dynamic lock as well.
And with the AI functionality and kind of a change to what the PowerSearch has, it's a lot more efficient for sure.
Now, because we use two beams, we're actually halving the where we have to interrogate, because we know whether it was in the bottom half or the top half, and we're going to be a little more quicker as we pass that information through the automation chain on the instrument. If you put yourself in on a construction site and you do PowerSearch, what targets do you typically find?
All of them.
Yeah. Well, what type of targets might you find that we've not got out on the table?
Okay, so there are some fixed prisms.
Prisms.
Yep. Probably like sticky target.
Sticky targets. So now PowerSearch finds sticky targets. So we're able to use PowerSearch and ATR to find those reflective tapes as well. So yeah, that's definitely making those resection setups in the construction environment a little easier, because that's
So simple.
Yeah. I know a lot of people that use these because they're very, very accurate for like 3D control on construction sites. And it was a struggle on some PowerSearch setups to be able to get these at longer range. And now it just picks them up right away. So it's certainly been improved. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Of course, I could sit here and bore you for an hour talking about this instrument. But it's the first time you've seen it. I don't want to rob you from the opportunity. So take a look at it. Have a look, have a feel. Ask some questions. What do you notice?
Honestly, the first thing I noticed was the form factor. Seems a lot smaller to me. I don't know if it's just the radio handle being different.
There is no radio handle.
There is no radio handle, which is great, and I love that.
I mean, the radio is integrated here, so you got your radio antenna here. The handle is just the carry handle, can be removed for those vertical shots as well. And it's a new industrial design, a little sleeker, and you notice that with the new screen keyboard layout as well. But yeah, it's just a little bit sleeker. So
yep. But is there anything benefit we get? I thought you said that IP66, like having it in
IP66
LRBT allowed that IP66 radio.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of changes in order to get to IP66, but absolutely. We've always tested our instruments to try to make them as rugged as possible. We put them through the paces, knowing that surveyors will put them through the paces. But this is the first time we've been IP66 on a robotic total station.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, that puts it in a unique category. That's it.
So just taking the handle off, integrating the handle, gets us to...
There's a lot
before the things.
There's a lot more to it. It's all just that, but yeah, IP66, we've been...
It's awesome.
We've been washing it down with jet hoses, everything. We've been putting it through its paces, and the instrument really holds up.
Wow. That's incredible. Okay, so knobs and buttons. I'm seeing knobs on both sides, right? Which you would expect, but then I'm seeing buttons also. It looks like we're missing maybe the little red buttons on the side. What's going on there?
You want to handle this one, Mark?
I guess I can. It's actually really, really cool.
Okay.
It's kind of the first time that we've had integrated hotkeys on the buttons. So there's two buttons on each of the tangent screws that allow you to be able to program them in the software. And, out of the box, they are distance and measure, which was what I kind of expected them to be.
Nice.
So you can really have them anything you want. But the coolest one is the new focus. So the focus control up here has an autofocus option. So one button for focusing, and then you can have continuous autofocus.
In the focus button.
Yeah. And then you just hold it down for about a second, and then it'll go into continuous autofocus. So whatever you turn and look at, it just automatically focuses, and it's so much quicker. And yeah, it's just convenient.
the reality is it's a total station. People still look through the telescope. People still use the slow motion screws, and they operate it like a total station. That's what we want. And for that, we just try to increase convenience by putting these buttons exactly where your hands naturally are.
Sure.
You're twisting the slow motion screws, changing the horizontal, changing the vertical, and you can distance record or configure them to be any other. You just configure them like any other hotkey. And the same with the focus. You know, if you haven't used a total station for a few weeks, for a month or so, and that first day measuring, your eye gets tired because you focus it a bit, or you maybe don't focus it all the way, and you're tired by the end of the day with a bit of eye strain. But with the continuous autofocus, then that goes away.
Yep.
And that's nice.
It's not fiddling either, right? Like you're always doing up to fiddle, fiddle, fiddle. That's true. The fiddling goes away. You just hit the button and away you go. I really liked it.
Yeah, that's easier. So what else have you, what else is jumping out at this stage?
I would say probably the LEMO port.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a little bit different. So it wouldn't turn that around. So everybody, yes, the pointer as well. Yeah. So yes, we still have a LEMO port deliberately down below the circle. So if you've got a cable in there, the instrument continues to twist freely. But it's not just a standard LEMO, it also has Ethernet enabled as well. So you can get the white cable, plug it into external power and straight into Ethernet socket to get internet straight away on the device through Ethernet.
That's great.
The one thing that was interesting is not, apparent right out of the gate here, but the connectivity is kind of off the charts now. It's not just the Ethernet through the port, but there's also a module in this that allows it to connect to the internet directly through a couple of different eSIM options, but also through WLAN. So it's got all the connectivity.
eSIM.
Yeah. So it's got, basically it's dual eSIM inside this GMIO1 communication module. One of those eSIMs is the consumer or customer eSIM, where you can go to AT&T or whoever, get your internet connectivity and enable that for your data transfer for your internet uses. The second of the dual eSIM is actually a IoT eSIM that allows the instrument to stay connected for something pretty cool, GeoCloud Protect, which is our theft deterrence and protection basically. And if that's enabled, then someone picks up the instrument and takes it away. You can see that they're moving. You can see the instruments moving. You can lock it remotely. You can flag it as stolen. Helps you recover the instrument, but also makes sure that they can't use the instrument. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Where we had up on our phone and we're walking around the office watching it update. It's really cool. Showing where it's going. And the cool one is if there is that movement alert. So if you had it set up, we had set it up and then picked it up and moved it. And as soon as it starts to move, you get an alert on your phone. So it is out. Yeah, it's really cool. Really.
Oh, that's really convenient.
So at the end of the day, through GeoCloud, boom. Yeah, it's through GeoCloud.
Yeah. So it's not through a third-party service.
That's us.
Oh man,
Yeah,
great.
So at the end of the day, you finish working, turn the instrument off, put it in the storage location, and then turn the alerts on your phone, and go home. And then if you get an alert, then you panic. Of course, you don't want that alert, but you feel pretty confident that it's going to be okay, because you will get that alert if it does move. You could lock it. You could even flag it as stolen, and then if it turns up anywhere in the world, we're notified. So it's a really neat feature, and it's a further extension of our GeoCloud offering, because we have GeoCloud Drive for the data transfer, and now in this fleet area we have GeoCloud Protect.
Okay, so I'll say whenever it started powering up, when you first turned it on, I noticed a different operating system. I didn't see the old Windows.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
So whatever.
Underneath Captivate, we now have Linux or Linux, depending on where you're from, I think. Yeah, Linux operating system. So that's the most secure and industrial suitable operating system around. And that gives us this really quick access between the application software like a Captivate and the hardware itself, with direct access whilst keeping security high. It's absolutely the right choice for this type of instrument. And it's exciting for us that we were able to port onto this new operating system.
The startup is much quicker, and it's just the performance of the operating system completely is just it's completely different experience on here for 3D viewing, really.
Yeah.
Right? And there's the performance on the 3D viewer is just insane. So I like it.
Yeah, I mean, when you use the instrument, you really feel that with the responsiveness.
Yeah.
Because now it's it's multi-touch display, so we can see the difference. That's a big difference. Nice. So that's pretty instantaneous whenever you're using it, navigating around the map, navigating around the menus. The touchscreen is very responsive. All the software runs at a much higher speed despite being the same software. You just all of a sudden it's really snappy and punchy because of a new operating system, and of course some changes we made to the software as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
You probably notice there's a different port. So so that's the USB-C port. You can if you USB stick inside there and then close the cover again, and then you can use that active memory, so you can really store and use your jobs on it.
Right directly to the USB-C now.
Yeah, or you can use a cable connected to your PC. Yeah.
Yeah, the nice part about that is drag and drop files.
Yeah.
So it is.
No Windows Mobile Device Center or...
No. Just directly. It's kind of nice. Yeah.
That's great. I love that.
And there's one thing which I showed you when we were outside back that you were really pleased with.
Well, besides the AP20 performance, that's
what it's about. AP20. Oh, that's the one I was hinting at.
Yeah.
So, maybe you can sort of progress a little bit.
Performance?
Well, yeah, because the EDM's new. So we didn't talk about the EDM, but the EDM's all new in here too. There's just so many new things to get at. But what I really got excited was the AP20 performance. Okay. Pretty much just hit start tilt, take one step, and it just locks in. Like your tilt starts going and you just start moving. And the best part about it is as you've been moving around for even just, 10, 20 seconds, the bar gets all the way up and you can let it sit there for, up to like 40, 50 seconds and it doesn't drop off. So it really, really easily allows you to kind of do your standard tasks without having that tilt drop off. So it's a completely different experience that I found between the TS16 and the TS20 with the AP20. The TS16 is great, but the AP20 out of here is just, you don't even have to think about it. It's the same type of feel you get when you're working with a GS18 or a GS05, where you just start moving and you're just working.
There is a pretty significant difference between GS18 and AP20.
Yeah, there is when you're using the TS16, definitely. Yeah. But now once you pair it with the TS20, you really see it. Like, even if you do hold it, resting against the wall, was just knocking in a peg, writing some details, whatever it may be. Maybe you take a minute or two, and it has, it has lost initialization. Honestly, just picking it up is enough. Just that movement. So we're not asking you to make special movements now. Just natural movements. Walk from point to point, and you'll be initialized. It's a different.
We don't have a different beast.
Just different. I mean, I'm not going to stop you from dancing, but now you
sound like a reasonable dance. I just don't have to.
It is. The AP20 it wowed me. Like the performance on the AP20 was
just the new EDM.
I didn't even have to think about it. Just picked it up, hit start tilt, started walking, it was working, and it just it was great. It was really, really great.
Yeah, I mean, part of that of course is the lock.
Yeah.
The lock is better for these.
Sure.
So the lock is faster. So your lock your EDM frequency is higher, your lock is tighter, the motors are faster, so you're able to follow with dynamic.
Series of small things that just made a huge difference.
Exactly.
Like it's stacked on top of each other. It's just not the one thing that makes it better. It's all of the little things make the whole combination better.
That's awesome.
And that's stacking is kind of how we described it ourselves, actually. We said that when we talk about the instrument, we talk about we've got one tier which is familiar. Sure. All the things you'd expect from a Leica total station, such as the accuracy, I
hear a lot of TS16 commonality.
Exactly. Yeah. So the compatibility with our existing fleet. So your existing controllers and tablets work with it. It's still Leica Captivate. So Leica Captivate works with it. And of course the data still goes into Leica Infinity and via GeoCloud. So you've got that level of familiarity.
Sure.
Built on top of that is this level of what we call enhanced. So it's the things that you hoped would be better.
Yeah.
You wanted it to have it and you hoped it would be better, such as enhanced ATR and dynamic lock and all of this. That's in our enhanced category. So we say it's all that you would expect and more than you can imagine, because there's that top category, which is AI and their innovative features.
Yeah. And when he talks about more than you can imagine, there's one additional feature that we talked about a little bit.
Yeah, we did.
And it's going to change the way people think. And it is related to the AP20. And like the AP20 performance on its own kind of changes how I looked at this instrument. But then...
Let's ask Russ some questions about it.
Okay, yeah.
Let's do it. Let's see if we can make Russ walk into this feature. So there is a feature that's not there at release. It's going to be following relatively quickly afterwards, within a few months, maybe 6 months. But as soon as it's ready, as soon as it graduates university, it's finished its learning, then it'll be available for you. So I won't name it. We'll just describe a problem and see if you have that same problem. You're working on the environment where you've got the prism on the pole with the AP20 with your controller, and you're a little bit away from the instrument. What are some of the things that frustrate you?
Interference, all kinds of interference, vehicles, people.
So that line of sight,
Line of sight is a problem. Yep.
Okay. Now, the instruments are typically pretty good with their sort of normal 3-second prediction, where you're walking along and you go, here we're walking along, we go behind that prism and we come back out the other side. As long as we were pretty consistent, the instruments predicted it 3 seconds and it'll lock back on using dynamic lock. That was pretty nice.
Yeah, it trains me to move through that situation. Yeah.
Now imagine you're not Mr. Consistency. When you walk past, you maybe get distracted by, I don't know, a bug on the floor. You get distracted by looking at what you're going to measure next, or it just takes you a little bit longer and you're not ready to come out yet. So you're moved behind and you maybe don't walk in a perfectly consistent manner. You speed up, you slow down, or you turn back around. The instrument doesn't know you did that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It will do soon.
Really?
Yeah. So the instrument will be able to follow where you are, even when it can't see you. So when you come back out, the instrument knows where you're coming back out, and it can lock straight back on again.
Wow.
So
That's incredible. I love that.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really going to change.
You guys are blowing my mind.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. Again, we haven't seen it yet because it's not available at launch, but I'm super excited over the next few months to kind of get a feel for it.
Yeah.
And we're going to push Richard as hard as we can to get that done as quick.
Now he's told us. Hold his feet to the fire.
Yeah, some pressure. That's right. As I say that, I feel the pressure. The weight of expectation being burdened on me and my colleagues, but honestly, it's not a burden. We're proud to work on stuff like this, to push the industry forward, to make functionality that people haven't been seeing before. And that's why we say that it's everything you expected, but more than you could imagine. That's what we're trying to get at.
I love that.
Getting all this, getting people using all of this, and then also all the things that are going to be coming in the short future.
So it's exciting for us because we don't know for sure where we're going to go with the MPU and the AI, because there's a little bit the world to oyster. When we released the multi-station, it was a fantastic achievement from a technology point of view. And we said we were innovative to produce that technology. But what's allowed that to really progress over the last 10 years, because it's in a little over 10 years of the multi-station now, what allowed that to progress so much is how the customers, how the end users, how the operators took that innovation and used it in innovative places.
Sure.
And I think that same relationship where we hear back from the customers, from the staff in the regions about how they're using the technology and what they want to see the technology do next, that'll help shape the future of where we go with AI in surveying. So that's exciting.
I have a lot of ideas for you already.
I'm sure we'll start to hear about all the cool ideas that they want now to like it.
So that's the flow. We want that flow coming back to us. It's not a problem.
No, that's great. Cool. Well, was there anything else you think that we didn't notice on here?
It has lots of small details like the LEDs on the battery to let you know how charged the battery is and things like that. But honestly, I think you probably want to see it a bit more, right? Yeah. So let's go have a play.
Yeah. Perfect. Yes. All right. Thanks so much for your time there, Richard, giving us some oversight, and thanks for giving us your new idea on kind of taking a peek at it there, Russ. So.
Yes, sir. My pleasure.
And you want everyone to like and subscribe or something?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Are you sure you do?
I'm pretty sure I do. So everybody, if you have a chance, like and subscribe, leave your comments down below, and we'll get back to you. Thanks so much.
Yeah.